A real estate agent shows you a property and then you like that property, you change real estate agents and you end up closing on that property. The new agent gets paid and the first original agent that first showed you the property doesn't get anything at all. That's where that exclusive buyer agreement comes into place. Okay. How to change real estate agents. I know it is a topic that a lot of people want the answers to, because people sometimes they feel obligated that they have to work with the same real estate agent that they started with. And it's not necessarily the case. And unfortunately, you're hearing this from a real estate agent. Okay. So here's what you got to know. Number one, you're never tied to a real estate agent. You're not forced to work with someone, especially if they're unprofessional, that's something you don't like, or you just simply want to change real estate agents. So the first thing you have to ask yourself is, number one, did they have you sign what they call a buyer's agreement? Okay. An exclusive buyer agreement just simply means that the agent that is representing you for the properties that they show you. Now, it's not fair that a real estate agent shows you a property and then you like that property, you change real estate agents and you end up closing on that property. The new agent gets paid and the first original agent that first showed you the property doesn't get anything at all. That's where that exclusive buyer agreement comes into place. Okay. So if you did sign that agreement, you are legally liable to pay that person or whatever the terms are, because every state is a little bit different. But most states typically have a simple, explanation, just simply saying that, hey, if this person shows you the property, and if you end up not choosing that agent to represent you when the property closes, then you have to pay that agent out of pocket. Okay. And obviously you don't want to do that. So you can always end the agreement. The whole purpose of the agreement is to protect the real estate agent for showing you properties and then you end up working with somebody else on that same property. So you'll be in the clear if you end up working with another agent on new properties that you've never seen before. And again, that's if you sign the buyer's agreement. If you did not sign a buyer's agreement, then yes, you can most definitely work with any agent that you want to, anytime that you want to, but you really don't want to do it that way. You really want someone that knows your style, that knows what you're looking for, knows what you like and what you don't like. That's a professional real estate agent. Now, just because people have their real estate license, you're going to see this anyway. A lot of people may not necessarily be professional. They may not know how to do what they're doing. And because of that, you may say, well, you know what? I don't want to work with this person anymore. And you most definitely can do so. Okay. And so there's nothing special that you have to do. You just simply have to say, hey, I would like to work with someone else. Or some people just go with, a small white lie. I don't know why they call it a white lie, but anyway, but they end up going with something like, hey, I'm going a different direction, or I want to pause my search, or whatever it is. And they feel like they're letting that person down easy. Okay. But it's just so much easier if you just say, hey, you know what? I want to go a different direction. I don't think that you'll be able to help me find what I'm looking for, or we're not meshing. We're not a match. And sometimes we see that, every now and then. But, again, even the top best real estate agents go through this. It's just human to human interaction. It's a part of the business. So you're not hurting you may be hurting their feelings, but at the end of the day, it's a part of business. Anyone that sells over 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 homes, I personally sell 50 to 60 homes per year by myself. So if I do that and I'm used to that, then sometimes, there isn't a good situation, but that's rare because I'm the type of real estate agent that cares enough to do so. And other real estate agents are out there that care about that as well too. They'll say, oh, well, what can I do better? Or what can we adjust? Or what changes do you want me to make? And that's someone that's trying to earn your business. But if they're doing like things like always being late or whatever, that's something that you don't like in general, then all you have to do is just say, hey, listen, I don't think that this is going to work out. I'm going to go ahead and just work with someone else. And obviously they can be done through a text message or a phone call. Okay. But as long as you didn't sign a buyer's agreement, there's nothing legally tying you to work with that person. You're not forced to work with that person. You're not forced to work with that office. So you can easily just change that real estate agent. Now, obviously what you don't want to do is keep changing real estate agents, right? Because then that means it's probably you. And again, since this is in video format, I don't know who's watching this, but I can tell you that sometimes it is the client, sometimes it is the buyer, sometimes it is the seller. What are your expectations, right? Are you expecting a real estate agent to get back to you at 12 o'clock midnight? Are you expecting, again, this is where you have that conversation when you first start working with that real estate agent. What's your schedule? What's your availability? What's the expectations that I should have from you with you representing me? What are my expectations, for me to have you as my real estate agent? As long as those expectations are clear up front, then you will be just fine, but you're never stuck and forced to work with someone. All right. So if you like this video, you're most definitely going to love the next one, and I'll see you there.